brand new Russian-built helicopters were delivered to Harare at the handover ceremony presided over by President Emmerson Mnangagwa. The helicopters will be used for air ambulances, air policing, and rescue missions in case of disasters.
Zimbabwe and the region around us, in particular Mozambique and Malawi, are prone to cyclones. When these attack us because we don't have capacity, we try to beg from those countries who have capacity. Yes, of course, we have South Africa, our neighbor here. They have capacity, they come and help us. But today we stand tall with these helicopters because when these cyclones strike us again, look at this capacitation.
Mnangagwa defended his country's support for Russia at a time the West is seeking to isolate Moscow for its conflict with Ukraine.
Recently, we're experiencing pressure from certain Western countries that we should not go to Petersburg in July for the Africa-Russian Federation Summit. Not long ago, a few months ago, African heads of state were in Washington. Russia never complained. You can continue speculating in your own minds.
I must note that our countries are similar in certain respect. Zimbabwe, same as Russia, defends its sovereignty and struggles against the Western sanctions. I have to note that Zimbabwe is one of the countries that did not support anti-Russian actions at the international political arena. In turn, the Russian Federation is always ready to give a helpful shoulder to the friendly nation.
The Zimbabwean president also revealed that his country had struggled to maintain its fleet for old Western-made military aircraft due to economic sanctions and an enforced arms embargo by the United States of America and the European Union, and that it had been forced to turn to friendly nations for support. Sophie Mukwena, SABC News.
Welcome guys to another episode of the WSXM, because as always, I don't know, I'm on the road, so that's why my background is a little bit different. I'm in a different country today. I'm doing some work, so I'm doing a little bit of traveling. So anyway, as we saw that video that just passed with Russia just gave 18 brand new helicopters to Zimbabwe. Not new, not used helicopters, new helicopters. And this is a big deal because Zimbabwe have a fleet of a little less than 18 helicopters before, but it was Western helicopters. And because of sanctions by America, they can't even repair the helicopters that they themselves most likely had provided or sold to Zimbabwe. But they sanctioned Zimbabwe so heavily on embargoes, they can't get the parts to repair the helicopters. That's needed, especially because, as the president of Zimbabwe said, Malawi and those other countries close by have hurricanes annually and floods. And we see that happen recently and how much people die from the flood. And because they don't have helicopters that's functional and that can help his neighbors, the people lose lives. So this is an example of the West does not really care when they talk about human rights. They only talk about gay rights. This is a human rights issue, because you give Zimbabwe bought helicopters from you, not give. They bought helicopters from America, and because of this, you have Zimbabwe so heavily sanctioned, they cannot get the parts to repair the helicopters that you say. You say that you're human rights activists, but yet people dying. They cannot fly them out. They cannot go and rescue anyone because of incapacitated helicopters that does not work. So this does prove that America really do not care about human rights. They want to care about gay rights, and I want to spread it all over the world. And Africa won't have it. And as the president said, they are being pressured by America because in July, which is the next a month and a half from now, they have a summit in Russia. They're pressuring all the African countries not to go. But here you see Russia just gave Zimbabwe 18 helicopters, no strings attached, no money exchange hands, free. And I'm not saying Russia is doing this out of the goodness of their heart, but what, as the Russian minister said of Foreign Affairs, they stick with people who stick with them, because Zimbabwe did not go against them when they were doing in the UN, when they were doing the vote against Russia. Just like South Africa, because again, Russia was the only country that supplies South Africa with arms and manpower during apartheid. America backed the apartheid government, so don't let them fool you and come with this Nancy glory when they tell them about they need, you can't do anything with Russia because of human rights or because of the war in Ukraine, when they themselves have commit atrocities globally, especially on the continent of Africa. And so yeah, this is a really good news for Zimbabwe, and you can see this will make them stand out more, because again, if the neighbors have issue, they can send helicopters, and it's ambulance, and basically, and this is honestly, America can't say nothing about this, because there was no weapons, so they cannot say, oh, you can't take them, you can't accept them, or you're breaking any kind of treaty or any kind of sanction, because these are humanitarian helicopters basically. So anyway, so you don't know. Thanks for watching. You don't know. Let me know what you think about this. Well, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. And also, if you like my content and you like what I'm saying and you like my videos, I'm gonna put my Patreon in the description, so you can, if you want to support, you can go in there, click on it, and become a just to support the channel, to grow to new heights, and we can do more videos like these. So thanks for watching. You don't know, it's WSXM Podcast. As always, tell a friend, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Peace, one love, boom.